Welcome to the No Views News. This program was created on Saturday, January 2nd, at 8:25 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, by Zeno Reader. There are 545 headlines from 108 fees we check to build this automated report. Welcome to No Views, daily automated podcast news. The headlines in this super unknown daily news summary do not imply fact-checking or endorsement of ideas. The first headlines are from the current most popular news site, Yahoo News, with 175 million estimated monthly unique visitors. Vietnam reports first case of new coronavirus variant in woman returning from Britain. I don't ever recall a New Year's Eve like this. Gunfire leaves 2 dead, including a child, in Texas. New UK COVID-19 vaccine recommendations say it is reasonable for people to mix and match different shots, even though there's not yet evidence that works. Los Angeles County prosecutors file lawsuit against new district attorney over justice reform efforts. Coast Guard suspends search for boat carrying approximately 20. Trump Chief of Staff Mark Meadows ultimately convinced the president a mask mandate was a bad idea. Holiday tradition of playing scratch-off tickets nets big lottery win for NC family. As COVID crisis grows, many California businesses flout the rules. Pompeo accused of using official State Department Twitter account to soft-launch presidential campaign. After Pence told the court he was the wrong person to sue, Trump fans attempting to overturn the 2020 election told the judge he shouldn't listen to the VP because he's more than just a glorified envelope opener-in-chief. The next headlines are from the second most popular news website at this time, with 150 million unique monthly visitors, Google News. Execution of only woman on U.S. federal death row can go ahead, court rules, The Guardian. How Alabama and Ohio State match up in CFP National Championship, ESPN. Latest Samsung leak shows off like Bluetooth tracker, Gizmodo. Coast Guard suspends search for Florida-bound boat with about 20 people aboard, CNN. Ratatouille TikTok musical star Wayne Brady wins Twitter raves for committing to his singing rodent, USA Today. Alabama's Najee Harris hurdles over a Notre Dame defender after Megan Rapinoe tells him to, CNN. Federal judge throws out Gohmert lawsuit asking Pence to interfere in electoral college count, CNN. Georgia QB JT Daniels stayed California cool on Peach Bowl game-winning drive, Dog Nation. U.S. COVID vaccine rollout slower than expected, NBC News Now, NBC News. 2 of Des Moines' 21 homicides from 2020 remain unsolved, KCCI Des Moines. The following headlines are from the third most popular news website, with 110 million unique monthly visitors, The Huffington Post. Nancy Pelosi's San Francisco home vandalized with graffiti and a pig's head over stimulus. Trump trouble for the GOP, President declares Georgia Senate race is illegal and invalid. Husband praises Chelsea Helska after teen mom quits reality series after 10 seasons. GOP fissures over Trump's electoral college challenge of Biden. Mitt Romney lashes Trump admins inexcusable COVID-19 vaccine delays. Ex-defense secretary slams Trump's hold on GOP, maybe it's time for a new party. Prosecutors seek delay in ex-officer's trial over George Floyd's death. Pro-Trump lawyer mocked for claiming Mike Pence guilty of treason. The funniest tweets from parents this week. Senate overrides Trump's veto of defense bill. The next headlines are from the fourth most popular news website, with 95 million estimated unique monthly visitors, CNN. Customers wait weeks for packages from USPS. Catholic Charities receives $2 million grant. 85-year-old grandmother walks 100 miles a month. Hobby Lobby sues contractor for $510K. Police, 1-year-old bitten in the face by family dog. Pharmacist arrested after vaccine was spoiled. Family shares father's message after COVID death. 103-year-old survives COVID-19, 2020 won't stop her. Family turns their yard into ice skating rink. Beaufort City School settles lawsuit. The next headlines are from the fifth most popular news website at this time, with 70 million estimated unique monthly visitors, The New York Times. Highly contagious virus variant now found in 33 countries. Alabama and Ohio State reach the national title game with runaway wins. New York halted evictions, but what happens when the ban ends? Federal judge dismisses election lawsuit against Pence. Washington has been lucrative for some on Biden's team. This is why nursing homes failed so badly. Trump calls Georgia Senate race is illegal and invalid. In abrupt reversal of Iran strategy, Pentagon orders aircraft carrier home. UK eliminates the tampon tax. New Year's lawbreakers, 3 New York City parties with hundreds are broken up. The following headlines are from the sixth most popular news website, with an estimated 65 million monthly unique visitors, Fox News. 2 Colorado sheriff's deputy shot, wounded by suspect linked to threatening calls, report. Federal judge in Texas dismisses Gohmert suit aimed at overturning election. Portland armed robbery leads to 5 arrests after high-speed chase, reports. Ohio State routs Clemson in Sugar Bowl, will play Alabama in national title game. This day in history, January 2nd. Ben Chaffin, Virginia State Senator, dead at 60 from coronavirus. Oregon healthcare worker hospitalized after allergic reaction to Moderna vaccine. Targeting penalty against Clemson that left Ohio State's Justin Fields injured irks fans. Coast Guard suspends search for Florida-bound boat believed carrying 20 from Bahamas. Speaker Pelosi's house vandalized with graffiti, Pighead, reports. You are hearing today's top news headlines and more. Today is Saturday, January 2nd. The next headlines are from the 7th most popular news website, with 63 million estimated monthly unique visitors, CBS News. 2021 predictions, what psychic Nikki sees for us in the coming year, a slow transition back to normal. The next headlines are from the 8th most popular news website, with an estimated 53 million monthly unique visitors, Mail Online, the Daily Mail. Trump defends successful vaccine distribution and blames the states for very slow rollout. Speaker Pelosi's house vandalized with red paint, a pig's head and message about $2,000 checks. Rebecca English reveals Queen took 2 seconds to freeze out Harry from Senate ceremony. Tories slam Sadiq Khan's 1.5 million New Year's Eve light show. Rihanna tells fans begging for a new album is due 2019 as she shares sexy nice selfie. Has Monaco's princess finally been pushed too far? Another nightmare in their gilded cage. Janet Street Porter, Boris needs to end the great COVID class divide. Maskless crowd chant COVID is a hoax outside St. Thomas's Hospital. All primary schools in London will close for new term as government abandons plan to keep some open. Why is Cara Delevingne's clan so keen to keep their lavish Christmas bash under wraps? The following headlines are from the 9th most popular news website, with an estimated 47 million monthly unique visitors, The Washington Post. This is The Washington Post World News Feed. Mexico City ban on single-use plastics takes effect. Some Mexicans struggle to get oxygen amid virus case surge. Iran tells inspectors it plans up to 20% enrichment at Fordo. Taliban carrying out campaign of terror in Afghan capital ahead of peace talks next week. Defying fears and skepticism, thousands in Pakistan volunteer for Chinese vaccine trials. The looming questions the Brexit deal didn't answer. Trump vetoes California fishing bill over seafood trade deficit. Egyptian officials, roadside bombing in Sinai kills 2 police. The next headlines are from the 10th most popular news website, which has an estimated 42 million monthly unique visitors, The Guardian. This is The Guardian's U.S. news feed. Execution of only woman on U.S. federal death row can go ahead, court rules. U.S. judge dismisses suit filed against Pence seeking to overturn election result. Ireland COVID cases surge as health official warns virus is absolutely rampant. Hold my beer, Australian surfer Mikey Wright charges into Hawaii surf to rescue struggling swimmer. Ohio State upset Clemson to book date with Alabama in CFP title game. Plane crash deaths rose in 2020 despite pandemic. Iran to enrich uranium to up to 20% purity, UN nuclear watchdog says. Dr. Anthony Fauci says U.S. will not delay second doses of COVID vaccine. Unprofessional, Mourinho unhappy with Tottenham Fulham postponement. Manchester United go join top after Fernandes penalty sinks Aston Villa. The following headlines are from the 12th most popular news website, with an estimated 36 million monthly unique visitors, ABC News. Protesters demand answers in first Minneapolis police shooting death since George Floyd. New Year's reveler dancing with gun allegedly shoots, kills 4-year-old boy, police. Iran says it plans to increase enrichment of uranium. Vandals damage federal buildings in Philadelphia, 7 arrested. Turkey finds 15 people carrying new UK coronavirus variant. The next headlines are from the 13th most popular news website, with an estimated 35 million monthly unique visitors, the BBC News. France, more than 2,500 break virus restrictions at illegal rave. Lisa Montgomery, court gives execution date go ahead. South Korea's 96-year-old pianist hopes to keep playing. 5 ways to reduce your carbon footprint. Meet India's lower caste Hindu priest. U.S. Congress overrides Trump defense spending bill veto. Iran nuclear crisis, Tehran to enrich uranium to 20%, UN says. New era as UK complete separation from EU. Hundreds of dead birds cover Rome Street. Afghanistan violence, Bismillah Amak is 5th journalist to die. The following headlines are from the 14th most popular news website, with an estimated 34 million monthly unique visitors, USA Today. AP reporter, Pence in an untenable position. New year, new laws, California student borrowers have protections, Virginia, Florida have significant minimum wage raises. Coronavirus live updates. On first day of 2021, U.S. records its 20 millionth case, Turkey confirms 15 new cases of new strain. AP top stories January 1p. The day in pictures. Congress overrides Trump veto of defense bill. Today in history for January 1st. AP top stories January 1st. Dog steals avocado pillow from owner on daily basis. The next headlines are from the 15th most popular news website, with an estimated 35.5 million monthly unique visitors, the LA Times. Evangelist singer draws a crowd of 2,500 to New Year's Eve gathering, ignoring risk of COVID-19 spread. Amid viral tsunami, Army Corps of Engineers will aid LA hospitals facing oxygen problems. Counting the lives lost to COVID-19, not by the numbers. With the Rose Parade cancelled, Pasadena is strangely quiet for January 1st. Medical care suffers across LA County, even basic services outside COVID-19 wards. These road deputies were fired, so how did the Jump Out boys win back their badges? Column, people came by to pay final respects to deceased LA tree that went Hollywood, too soon? How the pandemic led to a rare success in California's effort to house the homeless. Separate and unequal, South LA's MLK hospital faces crisis on top of crisis. Spiraling COVID-19 deaths leave morgues overflowing and funeral homes turning away grieving families. We hope you are enjoying this news podcast. Today is Saturday, January 2nd, 2021. You just heard from the top 15 most popular news websites in the world. More from other news sources is up next. Next, Reddit World News. Reddit is a user collective which claims over 430 million active users per month, and these are the top voted stories today. The new mayor of Rio de Janeiro took office Friday, launching a raft of investigations into corruption allegations against his predecessor, an evangelical pastor allied with Brazil's far-right President Jair Bolsonaro. UK abolishes sexist tax on women's sanitary products. Turkish scientists say they've made a 10-second COVID test that's 99% accurate. 26 Belgian retirees die after visit by volunteer Santa Claus who tested positive for COVID. COVID wards full of children for first time in pandemic, warn nurses. The last known male giant Swinho softshell turtle is no longer alone on the planet after the discovery of a female of a species in Vietnam. The female 86 kilograms, 13 stone, turtle was found in Dong Mo Lake, in Hanoi's Son Tay district, and captured for genetic testing in October. Mexico City introduced ban on single-use plastics following year-long preparation. Lawmakers passed ban on plastic bags, utensils and other disposable plastic items in 2019, aiming to reduce non-biodegradable plastics and hoping to turn Mexico's capital into a more sustainable city. Tesco and Pizza Hut shamed for not paying the UK minimum wage. Always afraid, Iran's largest religious minority caught in a new wave of home raids, land seizures and arrests. Zombie greenhouse gas lurks in permafrost beneath the Arctic Ocean. Ireland gets a seat on UN Security Council. Hundreds of roosting starlings die after fireworks set off in Rome. Apple knew a supplier was using child labor but took 3 years to fully cut ties, despite the company's promises to hold itself to the highest standards. Some 2,500 partygoers attended an illegal New Year rave in northwestern France, violently clashing with police who failed to stop it and sparking concern the underground event could spread the coronavirus. The revelers had set up the illegal rave in Lyon in Brittany after skirmishes with police. Prime Minister Imran Khan announced his 2 New Year's resolutions for 2021, universal healthcare coverage to every Pakistani citizen, and a nationwide project called You Can Soye, No One Will Sleep Hungry. The next headlines are from Forbes. Clemson quarterback Trevor Lawrence likely ends sensational college career in Sugar Bowl loss to Ohio State. The dismissal Friday of the suit against VP Pence may not prevent grievous harm by congressional Republicans through the electoral count coming this Wednesday. Mar-a-Lago night party missing Trump, masks, social distancing despite COVID-19. Fuse announces a Georgia Senate election town hall, but will AT&T pull the plug? WWE SmackDown results, winners, news and notes on January 1st, 2020. Ryan Garcia vs. Luke Campbell, odds, records, prediction. Dry January, 7 non-alcoholic drinks to help you stay sober this month. The Song Season 2, pivotal lessons in capturing music performances amid a pandemic. Trump's New Year, could his pardons prove futile in New York? A Q&A with State Senator Todd Kaminsky, the ex-prosecutor who wrote Law to Close Double Jeopardy loophole. Trump offers new details on wild rally to protest election results, and D.C. authorities are gearing up for it. The World Population Update. Currently, we are increasing by over 220,000 people a day, expecting to reach 8 billion in 2023. At the time this report was generated, the population was estimated to be 7,676,715,402 humans. Worldometers.info says there are 195 countries at this time and, of those, the top 10 with the largest populations are, in order, China, India, the United States, Indonesia, Pakistan, Brazil, Nigeria, Bangladesh, Russia, and then Mexico. The next headlines are from Variety. How to Watch Ratatouille, the TikTok musical. Richard Bates, Disney's longtime head of government relations, dies at 70. Joan Nicholson Silver, Crossing Delancey director, dies at 85. Harry Styles teams up with Phoebe Waller-Bridge for Treat People with Kindness video. Mike Fenton, famed casting director on Back to the Future, E.T., and many other movies, dies at 85. Golden Globes predictions, Best Animated Feature, Can Wolf Walker start its awards run with the HFPA? Justin Bieber takes over iconic Beverly Hilton Hotel for New Year's Eve concert, how the live stream came together. Best Cult celebrates women in comedy with Yearly Departed. Golden Globes predictions, Best Foreign Language, HFPA backlash regarding minority eligibility in Best Picture could help in foreign category. Golden Globes predictions, Best Motion Picture, Drama, The Trial of the Chicago 7 Feet could be up the HFPA's alley. The following headlines are from NPR, National Public Radio. Iran tells UN agency it will enrich uranium back to pre-nuclear deal level of 20%. Judge rejects last-minute claim that Pence can ignore states' presidential electors. Congress overturns Trump veto on defense bill after political detour. U.S. passes 20 million confirmed coronavirus cases. How misinformation lit the fire under a year of political chaos in Michigan. Coronavirus is surging, how severe is your state's outbreak? Coronavirus world map, tracking the spread of the outbreak. Why the COVID-19 vaccine distribution has gotten off to a slow start. Our favorite global TikToks of 2020, from a hand-washing dance to a literal icebox. Georgia Senator David Perdue quarantines after possible coronavirus exposure. The following headlines are from The Week. Well-preserved woolly rhino unearthed in Siberia. A record 3 million people voted early in Georgia's Senate runoffs. United States passes 20 million COVID-19 cases. Pope Francis wishes 2021 is a year of peace, a year of hope. Here's how the world welcomed 2021. Canadian official resigns after taking Caribbean vacation, it was a dumb mistake. Pharmacist arrested, accused of intentionally allowing COVID-19 vaccines to spoil. Microsoft says Russian hackers accessed more than initially reported. Georgia GOP Senator Perdue quarantines ahead of runoff after COVID exposure. The following headlines are from the Texas Observer. Being a prisoner during COVID is a death sentence. The next headlines are from Universe Today. Some Hayabusa 2 samples are as big as a centimeter. Plans for a Mars sample return mission have moved to the next stage. These are the news headlines for today, Saturday, January 2nd. This podcast is produced only in English at this time. As of 2020, the Ethnologue reference lists 7,117 different human languages, with English being the third most common, after Mandarin Chinese and Spanish. The following headlines are from earthsky.org. 2021's quadranted meteors marred by moonlight. 220 years ago today, Force asteroid discovered. Top 4 keys to understanding moon phases. Close and far moons of 2021. Lengths of lunar months 2021. Earth closest to Sun on January 2nd, 2021. The next news is from Politico. The deaths that shook politics in 2020. Badasses in their own right, meet the fresh women of Congress. BioNTech founders warn of vaccine shortfall. WHO clears Pfizer-BioNTech coronavirus vaccine for emergency use. Judge throws out Gohmert suit aimed at empowering Pence to overturn 2020 election results. Trump's attacks on Senate Republicans complicate his Georgia message. Exercise in futility, Republicans lambaste Hawley's push to challenge election. Senate hands Trump his first veto override. U.S. coronavirus cases eclipse 20 million. Pence may choose 2020 election winner as he sees fit, Gohmert says in court filing. The next headlines are from the Sydney Morning Herald in Australia. Firefighters battle Red Gully blaze as second bushfire breaks out in Northam. Promising maidens step up to city class and show promise. Semi-professional Perth basketballer arrested in relation to Doubleview woman's death. India ready to vaccinate 50 million, France shuts down pandemic raves. Manly is back, partial end to Northern Beaches lockdown as southern region rejoins Greater Sydney. Victorian travellers in QLD urged to get tested as first contacts found. Latest long-shot lawsuit to keep Trump in the White House dismissed. 2 Socceroos helped Bull sign a striker who's addicted to goals. India Cricket Board investigating potential bubble breach by Test stars. Victoria's new wave of drinks you have when you're not having a drink. The next headlines are from MarketWatch. Boris Johnson government hails new start as UK completes its departure from EU. Pence to make 11th hour faith community appeal on behalf of Georgia Republicans Loeffler and Perdue. Newswatch, key moments that rocked, and then repaired, the stock market in 2020. Fauci reportedly says U.S. will not extend interval between vaccine doses. Economic preview, U.S. economy may have lost jobs in December for first time since earliest stages of coronavirus pandemic. The Wall Street Journal, Pence seeks dismissal of Gohmert's suit empowering his rejection of election result. Realtor.com, rapper French Montana bought another home in Hidden Hills for $8.4 million. Millions of Americans are in survival mode. Beware, decisions made in this frame of mind can make or break you. The Moneyest, I'm lucky to get by on $75,000 a year. The $600 stimulus program doesn't sound reasonable to me. Why am I left out? Next, the top stories about patents and inventions. Inventor behind the worst gadget of all time jumps onto Trump sinking voter fraud ship, Gizmodo. The next headlines are from Quartz. The best response to uncertainty is a master plan. World leaders shared messages of hope, and Trump bragged in New Year Eve speeches. The following headlines are from Tech Dirt. Gaming like it's 1925, the public domain game jam has begun. We are now about 1/3 of the way through this daily news headlines podcast, a free service. Here, next, are the top trending keywords in Google web searches for today, a different window on world events. NFL Mock Draft 2021. Discovery Plus. Nancy Pelosi. Gossip Girl. Ratatouille musical. Busy Phillips. Phoebe Waller-Bridge. Stimulus check amount. Premier League. Mac Jones. The next headlines are from RT, the first Russian news station in English. Trump lawyer and conservatives disown vocal pro-MAGA attorney Lin Wood after he says Pence may face firing squad for treason. U.S. court tosses lawsuit by Republicans to give Pence sole discretion to decide which electoral votes to count on January 6. Marine bomb prone to sudden explosion found on hull of Iraqi tanker as Iran warns U.S. may use false flag attack to start war. GOP's claim that Facebook censored fundraiser rings hollow for conservatives after Senate undercuts Trump's drive to curb big tech. Doctor says he's disgusted by crowd shouting COVID is a hoax outside London hospital in viral Twitter post, video. We want everything, Pelosi's house defaced with cancel rent graffiti and pig's head left in driveway, photos. Reporting on Biden's Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen earning millions from Wall Street speeches is sexist, Democrat supporters say. Teachers union leader pushing against reopening schools because it's unsafe posts pics from Puerto Rico vacation. UK ex-doctors volunteering to help with COVID-19 vaccination blocked by mandatory diversity training and paperwork forest. Amid crises and pandemic, Pelosi chooses to focus on new Congress rules that eliminate gender terms. The next headlines are from Zero Hedge. Ex-CIA officer, the dark past of Biden's nominee for National Intelligence Director. Queens neighborhood terrorized by hyper-aggressive squirrels. Deception and suppression, a year of Beijing's virus cover-up. Iran puts maritime forces on higher alert as top general warns ready to respond to U.S. pressure. Boycotts, bans, and book burning, 8 outrageous incidents of Ivy League leftism in 2020. Home Depot ceiling fans recalled after blades detach, injuring people while in use. 2 Minnesota lawmakers say state's COVID-19 deaths inaccurate, demand nationwide audit. OS, blue glowing UFO startles Hawaiian residents. Seattle bill could legalize crime for those in poverty or with behavioral issues. Bomb cyclone detonates over Alaska's Aleutian Islands unleashing hurricane force winds. The following headlines are from Al Jazeera, Middle East News. U.S. judge rejects lawsuit against Pence over electoral count. Australia's NSW told to mask up as cluster of COVID cases grows. Cheap trick, China rebuffs Taiwan's latest offer for talks. Japan's Suga insists delayed Tokyo Olympics will go ahead in 2021. Peru farm workers lift roadblock as GOP talks begin. U.S. appeals court reverses order to delay woman's execution. Trump administration adds Cuban bank to U.S. restricted list. Is Africa ready for a free trade zone? Iran tells IAEA it plans to enrich uranium to up to 20%. Yellen earned millions in speaking fees from Wall Street, tech firms. The next headlines are from Breitbart. Report, Nancy Pelosi's California home vandalized with pig's head, fake blood. 4 arrested after Antifa attacks Seattle businesses on Nye. GOP rep Walt on China bounty intel, regularly saw Chinese-made weapons in hands of Taliban, I'm demanding briefing. Nancy Pelosi bans gender terms like mother, daughter, father, son in House rules. NY Mags Newtsy, GOP establishment frustrated with Hawley, he's not some moron like Louis Gohmert. Federal court, President Donald Trump has authority to bar uninsured immigrants from admission. Watch, rescue dog saves blind pit bull from drowning in pool. Disney, Universal, Warner Brothers, halt TV productions in LA amid fresh coronavirus lockdowns. Homicide rate in District of Columbia highest since 2004. Joe Biden team blocks reporters from chatting during virtual press conferences. The following headlines are from goodnewsnetwork.org. These bad habits Americans picked up in 2020 they want to get rid of in 2021. The first meteor shower of 2021 will light up the night sky on New Year's weekend. Man hasn't been to the grocery store in 8 months thanks to tiny pandemic garden inspired by grandfather. Son finds original children's book written by his dad returning from World War II POW camp, publishes it 75 years later. You're tuned to No Views, daily automated podcast news. This is a report for Saturday, January 2nd. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Reddit Offbeat News. With Trump on a show, Mar-a-Lago guests left a party maskless with Rudy Giuliani and Vanilla Ice. Aggressive squirrel attacks reported in NYC neighborhood. How ironic, Brevard County firefighters' last call of 2020 was a dumpster fire. Game over for Farmville on Facebook as web browsers say goodbye to Adobe Flash Player. Florida man accused of setting his own truck on fire to give deputies something to do. Meteorologist warns if you eat icicles, you're eating poop. Linwood's ex-law partners claim he was taped admitting to assaults, asserting he may be Christ coming back for second time. The next headlines are from a site called The Next Web. Yes, math anxiety is a thing. Here are the symptoms, causes, and cures. What the hell is an AI factory? This 22-course mega package can make you a project management superstar. Bad news for liars, scientists discover unethical and effective lie detection method. Surprise, beer cans are less polluting than glass bottles. How a tiny mutant worm is helping find a cure for a rare form of cancer. The following headlines are from Science Daily. Putty-like composites of gallium metal with potential for real-world application. Comb of a lifetime, a new method for fluorescence microscopy. See live cells with 7 times greater sensitivity using the new microscopy technique. This is a reading of news headlines. This broadcast was created on Saturday, January 2nd from over 100 sources, to give you a bigger picture of the news. The next headlines are from the Salt Lake Tribune. Test story and for ARC. Mike Conley's green light is now a green sun after 33-point performance in Utah Jazz's defeat of Clippers. The triple team, Mike Conley leads the offense, Rudy Gobert leads the defense for win versus Clippers. Field day, number 3 Ohio State routes number 2 Clemson 49-28. Note to readers, today we make a historic transition. Puppies rescued from crash in Price. GOP torn over Trump's Electoral College challenge of Biden. Patrice aren't on 20 years in the legislature, I was not exactly your ideal candidate. Jared Price, dunces of Utah conspired against doctor who warned us of pandemic dangers. Alabama routs Notre Dame 31-14 in relocated Rose Bowl to earn trip to national championship game. The next headlines are from Slashdot, tech news for nerds. Google's annual spectacle it says is no more, with tech show going virtual. Samsung appears to have a new tile competitor on the way. New era for UK as it completes separation from European Union. LG wants to put transparent ALS in restaurants and subways. The problem with problem sharks. Party like it's 1925 on Public Domain Day. New York City subway now supports tap to pay at all stations. An interview with an anonymous Amazonian. Forget the streaming wars, pandemic-stricken 2020 lifted Netflix and others. Google Maps moat is evaporating. The next headlines are from Fox St. Louis. High school senior starts nonprofit after losing brother to gun violence. Ferguson police investigate Delwood Avenue homicide. Potosi teacher who fought COVID-19 dies suddenly. Polar bear water ski event continues St. Louis New Year's Day tradition. St. Louis dentists pushing for faster access to COVID-19 vaccine. Police say woman in multi-vehicle crash was killed by gunfire. Man dies after trying to warn others about traffic accident in Metro East. New Year's Day fire leaves one in critical condition, firefighter and others with serious injuries. New requirements for hospitals to post prices begin January 1st. Direct deposits, COVID stimulus in some bank accounts, paper checks coming. These are the current headlines from the world's most interesting news websites. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Fox San Diego. California to deploy Army Corps engineers to LA hospitals to upgrade oxygen deliveries. Man suffers burns in motorhome fire. Fight between brothers ends in stabbing, arrest. Scammers turning to online schemes to steal your stimulus check. Trump vetoes California fishing bill over seafood trade deficit. California reports a record 585 virus deaths in one day. New traffic laws go into effect across California. Meet Del Mar, Sharp welcomes first 2021 baby. Iran general warns U.S. military ready to respond to pressure. State law written by Mayor Gloria forbidding retail pet sales takes effect. The next headlines are from spooknews.com. Social media stalking on rise as harassers dodge identity checks. New California laws for 2021 address COVID-19, fires, law enforcement. Politics of cybersecurity exposed. What to expect from smartphones in 2021. From the app to real life, Pune police warn due diligence needed to stay safe on dates, cities, Hindustan Times. U.S. spins China spying on allies. Danny Masterson accusers must have claims resolved by the Church of Scientology, judge rules. The following headlines are from Defense Blog. Several Bundeswehr vehicles extensively damaged in Leipzig arson attack. Russian blogger sneaks into fighter jet plant in Moscow. Ukrainian army adopts new anti-materiel sniper rifles. This is the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today, in the GMT time zone, is Saturday, January 2nd, 2021. Now, more headlines. The next headlines are from KRON4 San Francisco. Dirt bike rider dies in Vallejo crash after leading police on pursuit. Warriors fall to Trailblazers in home opener. Suspect in San Mateo hit and run that injured cyclist turns himself in. SFPD, man who killed two in hit and run was driving stolen car. Slow rollout of COVID-19 vaccines in the U.S. CA to deploy U.S. Army Corps engineers to LA hospitals to upgrade oxygen deliveries. Vermont town votes to terminate state virus restrictions. Regular COVID-19 tests cannot detect which strain you're infected with. Family seeks additional charges against BART officer involved in Oscar Grant's death. A record 3 million early votes cast in Georgia's U.S. Senate runoff races. The next headlines are from the Daily Herald. Damian Lillard reaches 15,000 points, Blazers beat Warriors. No snake soup for Hong Kong's young snake catcher. Aaron tells inspectors it plans up to 20% enrichment at Fordo. Lafleur, Purdue run hardline pitch in swing state Georgia. Bucks stay hot from three-point range in 126-96 rout of Bulls. Arlington Heights news stand gets new lease to stay in business. Top-ranked Stanford overwhelms number 6 Arizona 81-54. New pulls out the Hankies, gets bowl win for retiring coach. First babies of 2021 usher in optimism and hope for new year. The next alerts are from the Global Disaster Alerting and Coordination System, a cooperative effort from disaster managers worldwide. Drought is ongoing in Argentina. Drought is ongoing in Argentina, Chile. Drought is ongoing in Georgia, Kazakhstan, Russia, Ukraine. Drought is ongoing in Argentina, Bolivia, Brazil, Peru, Paraguay, Uruguay. Drought is ongoing in Peru. Drought is ongoing in Mexico, United States. Drought is ongoing in Algeria, Spain, Morocco. Drought is ongoing in China, India, Nepal, Pakistan. Drought is ongoing in Armenia, Azerbaijan, Iran, Lebanon, Syria, Turkey. Drought is ongoing in Madagascar. You are hearing the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today is Saturday, January 2nd in the Greenwich Mean Time zone. Headlines here were found today in news feeds from around the world, but we do focus on the USA, one of the world's current 195 countries. Now, more news. The next headlines are from ABC Houston. Houston's first public COVID-19 vaccine clinic to open January 2nd. 8-year-old among 2 celebratory gunfire victims across Houston area on New Year's Day. Man fatally shot in Southeast Houston in first homicide of 2021. Houston emergency teams prepare for 2021 events like citywide vaccine distribution. Austin won't be allowed to restrict dining in at restaurants, Texas Supreme Court says. Nancy Pelosi's home vandalized with graffiti, fake blood on New Year's Day. Houston nurse donates kidney to her best friend's husband. Sunshine and cool weather for the weekend. Minneapolis police release officer video from fatal shooting. First 2021 babies arrive moments after midnight. The following headlines are from China Post, top news about China, Taiwan and the world. Clemson star QB Lawrence suffers another Superdome sputter. In Georgia, Biden's presidency meets early defining moment. Alabama in record fit CFP title game versus first champ Ohio State. Chris Paul helps Suns hold off Nuggets, improved to 5-1. Conley scores 33 points, Jazz beat Clippers 106-100. Bolsonaro's tough 2021 balance between ideology, pragmatism. GOP rebuffs Trump on $2K8, defense as Congress ramps up. The following headlines are from The Gothamist. Extra, what these New Yorkers learned from fleeing NYC at start of pandemic. Married couple killed by hit-and-run driver in Far Rockaway on New Year's Day. NYC deputy sheriffs break up illicit New Year's Eve bashes in Brooklyn, Queens, and Manhattan. Coronavirus statistics, tracking the epidemic in New York. New York expands paid family leave, among 2021's new laws in the books. OmniPay scanners now available at all subway stations and MTA buses. Photos, Times Square celebrates 2021 in a pandemic New Year's Eve without crowds. Coronavirus updates, Cuomo says New York City's positivity rate nears 6%. As nursing home vaccinations get underway, staffers at Queens facility recall personal toll wrought by pandemic. The next headlines are from Observer.com. Artist Daisy Calingridge's squishy celebrate the body with flesh suits. Bridgerton sees race through a colorist lens. We hope you are enjoying this podcast. If you have a suggestion for a new RSS feed we should add, please leave it in a comment on our YouTube page. Next, info on a few earthquakes today from earthquaketoday.com. Light earthquake 4.6 mag, Papua, Indonesia. Light earthquake 4.3 mag strikes near Socorro in Philippines. Light earthquake 4.7 mag was detected near Katsuya in Japan. Light earthquake 4.4 mag was detected near Calama in Chile. Light earthquake 4.5 mag was detected near San Antonio de los Cobres in Argentina. Moderate earthquake 5.1 mag was detected near Jeddah in Russia. Light earthquake 4.3 mag has occurred near La Gomera in Guatemala. Light earthquake 4.6 mag has occurred near Machil in Chile. Light earthquake 4.4 mag has occurred near Puerto San Luis in Guatemala. Light earthquake 4.7 mag has occurred near Mid-Indian Ridge. The next headlines are from blacklistednews.com. California is trying to pass a law to fine people for false information. The following headlines are from Snopes, a fact-checking service. Once a model, California now struggles to tame COVID-19. GOP torn over Trump's Electoral College challenge of Biden. Appeals court vacates order delaying woman's execution. MF Doom, masked rapper known for complex lyrics, dies at 49. Loeffler, Purdue ran hardline pitch in swing state Georgia. In a first, Congress overrides Trump veto of defense bill. Chicago ends 2020 with 769 homicides as gun violence surges. Delays what an ex-officer's trial over George Floyd's death. U.S. hits 20 million mark in coronavirus cases. Biden's pick to lead Treasury made over $7 in speaking fees. We are now about 2/3 of the way through today's news headlines. When everything is working, this feed will auto-update 3 times per day. Join us daily to stay informed. The next headlines are from the Daily Beast. The long battle against racism and sexism and emoji. Why porn stars like me are terrified of VP Kamala Harris. Your pets might freak when you go back to the office after the pandemic. Chris Witherspoon hopes his Pop Watchers app will make TV more diverse. How ancient political losers had to bribe Roman emperors for peace. Here's what it's like visiting Kenya right now. Will Biden admit that we are not the world's moral leader? How Hollywood, barely, survived the year of the pandemic. Kelly Loeffler and David Perdue, profiting off pandemic pain, are the ugly faces of GOP corruption. The most exciting TV shows coming in 2021, from WandaVision to impeachment. The next headlines are from the New York Post. Clemson's Trevor Lawrence would leave with no regrets as NFL calls. Nets trying to head off any starting center debate. Justin Fields' moxie gives Jets, NFL a lot to think about before draft. Coast Guard ends search for boat carrying 20 from Bahamas to Florida. Justin Fields, Ohio State gets their Clemson revenge in semifinal upset. The following headlines are from astronomy.com. The sky this week, Earth rings in the new year with our closest approach to the sun. You're tuned to the No Views, daily automated podcast news. If you are hearing this, you found something super unknown. Congratulations. Now back to the headlines. The following headlines are from alienUFOsightings.com. Mysterious light flashes are coming from deep space, and AI just found more of them. China plans to build a moon base near the lunar South Pole. The next headlines are from the New York Daily News. Body found after landslide in Norway. California suite composer and jazz pianist Claude Bolling dead at 90. Hester Strait and Crossing Delancey director Joan McClellan Silver dead at 85. 2 Colorado deputies wounded after suspect opens fire. Former New Mexico volleyball coach charged with having sex with minors. 2 siblings killed by suspect driving wrong way in Florida chase. Trump appointed Texas judge tosses another lawsuit aimed at overturning Biden's election win. Donations hit $40,000 in quest to rebuild burned-down Missouri mosque. Tampon tax abolished in United Kingdom. Kiss cuts out blood spitting, cleans up lyrics for Dubai concert. The following headlines are from military.com. Trump administration says it has intelligence that China offered bounties for U.S. troops in Afghanistan, report says. Coast Guard seeks missing boat between Florida, Bahamas. Report documents poor virus response in state veterans' home. Navy 2 sailors, show us your finest New Year's decalogue poetry. The Bavarian town where U.S. troops are life and soul. Volunteers seek to honor service members, preserve military history. West Virginia rallies to beat Army 24-21 in Liberty Bowl. The next headlines are from the Chicago Tribune. Wrigleyville bar dugout ordered closed until further notice after New Year's Eve gathering. 1 killed, 2 injured in South Austin drive-by shooting, at least 11 shot so far in New Year. Cook County recorded more gun homicides in 2020 than any other year. Maverick and Madeline, newborn babies greet the new year at Chicago area hospitals. Prosecutors allege Midlothian man beat mail carrier he accused of pepper spraying stepson. 4th person arrested in connection to slain retired Chicago firefighter. 58-year-old man fatally shot in Bronzeville. Embattled Illinois House Speaker Michael Madigan gets backing for re-election from majority of Latinx caucus. Coronavirus in Illinois updates, here's what's happening this weekend with COVID-19 in the Chicago area. Column, 2021 New Year predictions, Trump forms his own country, scam Sylvania, and pants are outlawed. Thank you for listening and for staying informed. This audio was produced today, Saturday, January 2nd, in the GMT time zone. The next headlines are from Discover magazine. Space, 2021. The next headlines are from the Seattle Times. Explainer, stakes high for U.S. Senate runoffs in Georgia. Ivory from shipwreck reveals elephant slaughter during spice trade. The following headlines are from MercuryNews.com. Warriors fall to Trailblazers, 123-98, despite Draymond Green's return. Heavy gunfire exchanged in Santa Clara, but no one hurt. More infectious coronavirus strain detected in San Bernardino County. 6 stabbed at Central Valley New Year's party. Women's basketball, top-ranked Stanford overwhelms number 6 Arizona in Tucson. Nancy Pelosi's house in San Francisco spray-painted, pig's head left on sidewalk. Watch, St. Columba Church honors 2020 Oakland homicide victims. Warriors Alan Smailagic, knee, not expected to play anytime soon. Coronavirus, after record deaths in 2020, California's year of COVID-19 in perspective. The next headlines are from the Washington Times. Biggest loser victory gave Mississippi man second chance. Daughter of state senator to join father as SC lawmaker. Surprise gift brings spirit to autistic McDonald's fan. Adapt or fail, how 4 small businesses deal with the pandemic. After hurricanes, pandemic, McNeese readies to reopen campus. Investigator dresses up like Batman for sick children. Deer processors overwhelmed as harvest reaches midpoint. The next headlines are from The Intercept. How Israel attacks drove Warnock into the arms of a centrist pro-Israel group. This is No Views, daily automated podcast news. You are hearing headlines for Saturday, January 2nd, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from Eureka Alert. Clinical criteria for diagnosing autism inadequate for people with genetic conditions. Nanoparticle drug delivery system developed to treat brain disorders. The next headlines are from the Chicago Sun-Times. Wisconsin police monitor recreational marijuana in Illinois. Ohio State beats Clemson to set up national championship versus Alabama. Woman being questioned after 7 children found in vacant apartment in Humboldt Park. Horoscope for Saturday, January 2nd, 2021. Undermanned and outclassed, Bulls lose by 30 in Milwaukee. Man fatally shot after fight in suburban Maywood. Bulls big man Daniel Gafford remains a work in progress. A wish for 2021, that we can care more about sports without caring less for one another. Notre Dame no match for Alabama in national semifinal. 1 killed, 2 wounded in drive-by in Austin, police. The following headlines are from Riverfront Times St. Louis. Free food distribution at Melville High School on Monday. Take the 2020 news quiz. You are hearing today's news headlines. These headlines are for Saturday, January 2nd, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from the Houston Press. Openings and closings, Kraft Burger Katie, Bagel Shop Bakery Bel Air. Houston's 5 best weekend food bets, brunch your way into the new year. NFL Week 17 finally, Titans Texans, 4 things to watch for. Oliver Penn releases new single Squash Blossom. The next headlines are about world records making news. B&C certifies youth buck as ladies world record whitetail, Lufkin Daily News. 12 siblings bag the Guinness World Record for their age. Here's why. Outlook India. Bill Monroe, Northwest Pied Piper of fishing, Buzz Ramsey, retires, Oregon Live. The latest, California hits record 585 virus deaths in one day, Waco Tribune Herald. Spam the Love event breaks world record for largest spam musubi, raises money for local charities, Clarksville Now. Cheptegei's Olympic track double in Tokyo, sports news and top stories, The Straits Times. Kiss break Guinness World Records with Nye live stream, antimusic.com. Dakota County rules against alibi owner, David Rush talks science of breaking records, one more special deer hunt in Big Woods State Park, KimeRadio.net. 3 Georges hydropower station hits world record of electricity generation, EX. Wang Shun hits 156-200 IM, Zhang Yufei swims another 205-200 fly of China Swim Series, Swimming World Magazine. The next headlines are from Gizmodo. Latest Samsung leak shows off like Bluetooth tracker. Huawei purges, then reinstates Tencent's games as revenue-sharing negotiations heat up. Get a premium clean at a wallet-friendly price with today's best Dyson deals. The Great Big, Pink, and Weird World of Kirby merge. The 10 best deals of January 1st, 2021. Friday's best deals, Amazon Echo Sale, Society 6 posters, Roomba i6 Plus, Crash Team Racing Plus socks, Trigger Point foam rollers, Pantone sneakers, and more. More streaming remotes need to be battery-free. Students are filling in the plot lines of the Green New Deal. Best budget 4K TV for most people. How to use the new Chrome Actions to boost your browser productivity. What place in the world had the hottest and coolest temperatures today? According to ElDoradoWeather.com, the hottest place on Earth in the past 24 hours was Birdsville Airport in Australia at 110.3 degrees Fahrenheit or 43.5 degrees Celsius. The coldest recorded weather temperature on Earth in the past 24 hours was Ojmjkin in Russia at minus 67.9 degrees Fahrenheit or minus 55.5 degrees Celsius. The following headlines are from Ars Technica. How electric lighting changed our sleep, and other stories in materials science. When memes fail anatomy, the scale of a blue whale's butthole. Superhero Showdown, which comic book rumble was the real battle of the century? How researchers are making do in the time of COVID. 30 years since the Human Genome Project began, what's next? How the humble slime mold helped physicists map the cosmic web. The following headlines are from Raw Story. Another bizarre pro-Trump election lawsuit bites the dust. Republican group nails send Josh Hawley using interview where he denounces his own election overthrow. Proud Boys clash with Oregon cops, and ends in arrests. The dumbest thing imaginable, new report details how Trump shot himself in the foot in the 2020 race. Trump goes off on rant calling Georgia illegal and invalid. Republican Senator bashes election overthrow effort is a violation to their oath of office. This is a very dangerous period, author says Trump is the most traitorous official since the Civil War. Speaker Pelosi's house vandalized with the head of a dead pig. Establishment Republicans are furious at Josh Hawley, he's not some moron like Louis Gohmert. Trump whines about GOP override of his veto of the defense funding bill. The next headlines are from Mother Jones. Raw data, how everyone is doing on getting people vaccinated. Here's why the $15 minimum wage has gained so much support. Friday cataloguing January 1st, 2021. Coronavirus growth in Western countries, December 31st update. Trump loyalists aim to block Biden's goal to rejoin Iran and Paris agreements. The next items are today's top search results for extraterrestrial life. Explained, what is Proxima Centauri, and why is there new interest in it, the Indian Express. The following items are today's top search results for the term neural plasticity. Visual number sense and untrained deep neural networks, science advances. The next items are the top results for news about longevity and immortality. New study shows how using machine learning in healthcare worsens inequality, massive science. We are nearing the end of this broadcast. This report is for Saturday, January 2nd, 2021 in the GMT time zone. What cities are in that time zone? Well, Reykjavik, Iceland, for one. You might wonder if our server is in Reykjavik. It could be. The following is from the UFO Chronicles. Historic interview with National Investigations Committee on Aerial Phenomena head and Mike Wallace. That's it for now. Thanks for enjoying today's newsfeed headlines. This, indeed, has been a No Views, daily automated podcast newscast for Saturday, January 2nd, 2021. Bookmark us and tune in each day to our free automated podcast to find out what's going on, around, and, sometimes, light years, beyond the Earth. True Strange News Fair Use Statement. No Views News is a US-based educational not-for-profit news site. We use only parts of content in transformative ways and without market usurpation. This means you are still going to want to read the original if you are interested in it beyond the headline and any comments we make. We provide links to original sources wherever possible. If you have any copyright concern, please contact us via our About page for immediate remedy. Contact us, Zeno at XENOMAILS 2020 by No Views News. All rights reserved.